Yesterday was my kids' last day of school. Second and fourth grade, and I don't know, just went by super fast. So today's first day of summer break, and I'm gonna make one of their favorite breakfasts, these sort of homemade mcgriddles. They're breakfast sandwiches with little pancakes for the buns. We've got some breakfast sausage, bacon, eggs, cheese. It's super delicious, very easy to put together, so let me show you how to make it. Let's start on the pancake mix first, but before I do that, here's a little tip for you guys. I'm gonna be using my griddle to make these breakfast sandwiches, and anytime that I cook on it, I like to prep everything ahead of time. So season, shake, scramble, cut, prepare everything here. So when you go to the griddle, everything is ready to go and you can cook at the same time. For my pancake mix, I like using these Bisquick shake and pours. They come in this plastic container, and all that you do is just add cold water right in here. So this is about 1.5 cups of water. Oop, look at that, just pours right in there. Put the cap back on and then just give this a shake. I think that's why it's called the shake and pour, because we're gonna shake it and then pour it. Let's move this off to the side and we'll prep our breakfast sausage next. So I'm just using regular Jimmy Dean's, and we're gonna make these into little balls and then smash them on the griddle, sort of a smash burger style. So you get this nice crust. Just gonna take this right out of the packaging here. And then I'm just gonna shape these into roughly kind of golf ball sized pieces. So kind of like this, maybe a little bit bigger than a golf ball. Just want to keep them roughly the same size so they're gonna cook evenly and at the same time. So this was 1 pound of breakfast sausage. So yeah, we're gonna get about six patties out of it. Okay, so our sausage now is ready. We've got the pancake mix ready. Let's move that off to the side. We've got our bacon next. So all that I'm gonna do with the bacon is after it goes on the griddle, at the very end, I'm gonna season it with my maple bourbon rub to give it that nice kind of sweet and savory mix. Not much to prep. All I'm gonna do is just take this out of the packaging here. So we're gonna go with about 1/2 of this package of bacon. Just gonna lay this right by the breakfast sausage. So our meats are set. Next up, we've got the cheese. So I'm using these American Kraft singles. It's the best cheese for these breakfast sandwiches. It's creamy, it melts really well. So all that you want to do is just take these out of the plastic wrap. So again, they're ready right after our sausage cooks. We can just lay these right down. Oh yeah, you smell the cheese, don't you? Don't you, buddy? Hey, you want a little slice? A little slice of cheese. Sit, Jax. Oh, good boy. Yeah, that's a good cheese. Oh yeah, it's good cheese. There you go. Good cheese. He likes the cheese. Next up, let's talk maple syrup. I'm really excited about this. So about 2 weeks ago, one of my followers on Instagram reached out. He lives in Canada, and he offered to send me a case of this pure Canadian maple syrup in exchange for some of my rubs. So of course I had to say yes. And this showed up. A whole bunch of cans of this Canadian maple syrup. It's all in French. There's a French recipe on top. So, you know, it's gotta be good. I opened this up right when it came, and this maple syrup is delicious. It tastes almost nothing like the regular maple syrup we get in the store here. It's super mild, sweet, not overly sweet, and it almost has like hints of vanilla in it. What I like to do for these breakfast sandwiches is we're gonna add the maple syrup at the end, but also into the pancake mix while that's on the griddle. So I'm just gonna pour some of this out into this squeeze bottle. Look at that, that color. It's really nice looking maple syrup. So let's see, we've got our pancake mix, we've got the sausage, bacon, the cheese out of the plastic, the eggs we'll crack those right on the griddle. So I think we are ready to get cooking. So good. Let's get the griddle fired up. So anytime that I'm doing breakfast, I like to go about medium-low heat to start. Since we're doing the bacon and we're doing pancakes, you don't want to get this thing too hot, because otherwise it's just going to burn the bacon, it's going to burn your pancakes. So a nice medium-low heat is all that you need. If you're curious about the Weber Slate griddle that I'm using right now, I do have a full review video. I'm going to link that below and up here, so feel free to check that out. All right, griddle is nice and warm, so we're going to drop in the bacon first. So I'm just going to drop it right here. This will be the longest kind of part of our breakfast making cook here, so I'm going to start with that first. Bacon is almost done, so I'm going to finish it off with my maple bourbon rub. If you're going to put this on bacon, apply it at the very end. This is a sweeter rub, and if you put it on too early, it just might burn on the griddle. Just gonna go with a light dusting of our maple bourbon. So give it a nice sweet savory combo. Ooh. So just give this another minute or so, and the bacon should be ready. All right, bacon is looking pretty good to me. So this is kind of what you're going for. So it's nice and crispy, not burnt. It's gonna continue cooking just like anything else, so you always wanna pull it off a little bit sooner. That maple bourbon rub smells so good on bacon. That is a nice platter of bacon. Before I put the pancakes on, I'm gonna scrape off the rub from the griddle here. So that has more of the sugars in there, and the longer it sits, the more burnt it'll get and kind of caked up on the griddle. So just take your spatula and then just clean everything off. See, so everything comes off very easily when it's still warm. And then we'll just put this right here in this grease drain. Next up, I'm gonna do the pancakes. So just give this another shake of the old shake and pour. Ooh, it just got super bright. Okay, we'll open this up and we're gonna pour this right on the griddle. You don't wanna make them too big, so these will be the buns for our sandwiches. There we go. Now take your maple syrup and then just drizzle this right in the batter, okay, just like that. So as this cooks, it's gonna give it that nice mapley sweetness in your pancakes. Okay, let's give this guy a flip. Whoop. Ooh, look at that. Beautiful color on that pancake. Same with this one. Boom. I'm telling you guys, this slate griddle is a beast for making pancakes. Look at that. They are all looking the same, nice and golden brown. I had to get a bite of this bacon. Look at this. That's that maple bourbon. It has this kind of a crisp on the outside. Best bacon you can make. Oh my God, it's so good. All right, let's pull the pancakes off. Man, these are looking so good. Get that maple syrup in there so they get that sweetness. Last, we've got our breakfast sausage. I'm gonna add just a little oil to my griddle to help that sausage get a nice sear and crust. Spread that out. We've got our sausage balls. So right on the griddle we go. For my sausage, I like to smash these guys down. So I'm just gonna use my spatula. So you wanna let them sear for just a couple seconds. And then take your spatula, make sure there's some grease on the bottom. You can just kind of rub that on your griddle top and then just smash it down so that nothing will stick. Oh yeah. And then just want to get them roughly the same size as our pancakes. And the breakfast sausage will cook pretty quickly, so after I smash them down, I'm gonna give these guys a flip. And right after the flip, we're gonna go in with a slice of our American cheese right on top. And finally, almost forgot, we still have to cook the eggs. So for that, I'm gonna be using these silicone molds just to keep them nice and round. You can also scramble these up. It really doesn't matter how you do it. So these will go right on the griddle. I'm gonna spray them with a little cooking spray just so the egg doesn't stick. And just crack it in. Uh-oh, got a little shell in there. There we go. I only have 2 of these molds, so what I like to do is after the egg sets, just kind of move it over. See, get this nice round fried egg, a little more cooking oil spray. For my eggs, I'm gonna go with my all-purpose rub. So that's salt, pepper, garlic, little smoked paprika, just to kind of help bring everything together. There we go. These are looking pretty good. You can see the yolk is still nice and soft, a little jiggly. The whites are cooked. So let's pull these off and we can assemble our sandwiches. Let me see, 3 on at once. Look at that. I don't know if that's good or not, but everything is cooked and ready, so we can finally assemble our sandwiches. So here's what I like to do. We're gonna take our pancakes first. This will be our base. Sausage patty with cheese goes next, followed by our bacon. So I like to break these in half and just lay that on top like so. Our beautiful egg and a drizzle of that Canadian maple syrup. Boom. Breakfast sandwich, sort of like a McGriddle, but 1,000 times better. That looks amazing. Guys, Hey, breakfast sandwiches are ready. Come try it out. All right, summer break 2024. Let's go try the breakfast sandwich, all right? My God, it's almost 11 o'clock. These guys just got out of bed. Here, this one's yours. That's the smallest. Hang on, you're gonna try this one, and I'm gonna go for this one, okay?
Very good.
Mmm. What do we think?
Very good.
Tasty, right?
Amazing.
Look at this yolk. Look at that. Runny yolk. I'm gonna go with a little bit more maple syrup on mine, just because it's messy. And it's summer break, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do we say before we sign off?
Bye-bye.
And make sure to
Subscribe.
and
Video.
like the video. All right, that's it. Yeah, comment, leave a comment and subscribe. All right, guys. We'll see you next time, right?